World Boxing News are reporting that there have been secret negotiations going on between Team Fury and Team Wilder for a fourth fight between the two, which will be held at Wembley Stadium. Now, earlier on in the year, Deontay Wilder's trainer, Malik Scott, it was either him or Shelly Finkel, his manager, spoke about Wilder either fighting Andy Ruiz in a final eliminator or fighting this mystery opponent. Of course, being a mystery, they didn't reveal who it was. World Boxing News are claiming that the mystery opponent is actually Tyson Fury. Now, if this turns out to be true, I've got several issues with it. First of all, it would indicate that Fury isn't fully committed to the Usyk undisputed fight and that he's starting to look elsewhere. Secondly, I don't like the idea of Deontay Wilder leapfrogging all the other contenders, including Andy Ruiz, and getting a title shot again. I've long said that if Deontay Wilder, given his history as a WBC champion, where he was fighting a series of less than credible opponents for the most part, I don't want to see him get an opportunity to fight for the WBC title or any title again until he's actually fought some dangerous, credible contenders to earn that spot as mandatory. So I would not like to see him get an opportunity to face Tyson Fury again. I want him to have to fight Andy Ruiz or whoever else is out there first. So that's another issue. And then there's the fact that we've already seen these guys fight 3 times before. Why do we need a fourth fight? What has Deontay Wilder done since the third fight? Who has he beaten to warrant fighting the Gypsy King again? To me, it's really a damning indictment on Team Fury that they would even entertain this fight. Now, this news was put to Frank Warren in an interview that he did today with TalkSport, and he didn't completely dismiss it. Some people are going to act as though he did, but no, if you listen to what Frank Warren actually said, he said, not to my knowledge, regarding these secret negotiations for a fourth Fury-Wilder fight. Not to my knowledge. He didn't come out and flatly deny it and say it's absolute rubbish. He said, not to my knowledge. Now, what does Tyson Fury have? He's got 2 promoters, Bob Arum and Frank Warren. So Frank Warren, using plausible deniability, if there really has been negotiations for a fourth Wilder fight, can say, well, I didn't know that Bob Arum was negotiating with Shelly Finkel. They didn't tell me about it. Yeah, okay, Frank. So you got to watch these people in terms of the language they use. The fact that Frank Warren didn't flatly deny it and completely dismiss it, to me suggests that there probably has been some type of contact between Team Fury and Team Wilder with a view to a fourth fight. Now look, Deontay Wilder's always going to be dangerous because of his power, but Tyson Fury knows exactly what Deontay Wilder is. He knows exactly how to deal with him. He's done it 3 times before. Why are we seeing that again instead of course, the undisputed fight against Usyk, but failing that, a fight against Joe Joyce, Andy Ruiz, Filip Hrgovic, Michael Hunter. I mean, there's a whole host of contenders out there who should be getting a shot at Tyson Fury ahead of Deontay Wilder at this point. I mean, God forbid Fury doesn't fight Usyk and takes on Francis Ngannou instead. How anyone would be able to defend him at that stage is beyond me. Because again, it's not a case of him fighting Ngannou in addition to taking on the best contenders out there and the other champion. No, this would be Fury taking on Ngannou instead of fighting those more credible opponents. So let's hope that all this Wilder stuff comes to nothing and Fury does go ahead. Best case scenario, fights Usyk. If not, then Joe Joyce or some other top contender. Maybe these stalled negotiations with Usyk are down to Fury being injured. And of course, Alan Babich did an interview, which I did a video on a few weeks ago, where he was talking about his experience sparring Tyson Fury fairly recently and also sparring Joe Joyce. And interestingly, he said that Fury is shop-worn, basically. That Fury has a lot of injuries, that his body is breaking down, and he advised Fury not to fight Joe Joyce. He seemed a lot more impressed by Joe Joyce and the spars he'd had with him recently than he was with Tyson Fury and their recent spars. So this could lend credence to this idea that Tyson Fury is stalling the Usyk fight out because he's injured. If that is the case, hopefully he's recovered from those injuries before the end of this week, he puts pen to paper and we get that undisputed announcement. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below about the possibility that Team Fury have been secretly negotiating with Team Wilder for a fourth fight. How would you feel about it if that's what we got instead of Undisputed or Fury versus Joyce, Fury versus Hrgovic, Fury versus whoever else? Name your top contender, Andy Ruiz. How would you feel about that? Let me know in the comments section below. Are you sick and tired of the mainstream mindset? Does the dogmatic conformity and pathological ignorance have you tearing your hair out in frustration? Then don't be alone. Come and join our brotherhood on Patreon. We stand as a beacon of reason against an army of insanity. You'll gain access to my weekly topical podcast where we take more deep dives than Jacques Cousteau on an endless variety of subjects. There's also videos, interviews, live Q&As, as well as a vast back catalogue of previous episodes, including my popular Confessions of a Nightclub Bouncer series. You can listen via the Patreon app or download in high-quality MP3. Connect with myself and hundreds of other members in our Element chat group. There's no contract, no commitment, you can cancel at any time, and it's cheaper than a Mickey D's McMuffin. Just head to my Patreon page via the link below this video and select the tier called the Brotherhood of Reason. I'll see you over there.